come on. Stop fucking with me, man. You fuck. You fuck. Why do you give me the option then, you fucking cocksucker? Cocksucker? There we go.
You know just how time consuming it can be searching for royalty free media. And when you do find some, they're all.
Okay, give me one momento, everybody, and I'm gonna start the podcast. Okay, everybody, I'm starting the podcast. Hey, Warden here. Conspiracy Talk. Welcome to Conspiracy Talk. Okay. What's up, my peoples? Okay, hold on there. So, as I always do on my podcast, I initially have like a couple of ideas in my head and then I just go with the flow. So, today I'm going to start with. So, I didn't really do much research as far as, when you pay taxes, right? It's supposed to include all the things of the city and everything, you know what I mean? For the electricity poles, for this, for that. It's all supposed to be covered when you pay taxes, right? Because people are too stupid to manage their money. So the government is like, hey, since you guys are so stupid, let us take care of the taxes, and we will decide who will repair the roads, who will do this, who will do that, how much people will get paid. That's what the government does, right? We all agree, yes. So if you when you're paying taxes all your life for years and years and years, like till you're 60 or whatever, and plus they're trying to raise the age of retirement, which is fucking hilarious. So by the time you reach a certain age where you're pretty much gonna die, or you die, right? God forbid, you die. Why is it someone still has to pay for the fucking funeral? 60 years, your lifespan. Some people live 80, some people live 90. 90 years of paying taxes. You're telling me 90 years of me paying taxes, let's say. 1 second. Here you go, sir. Thank you. No. No. Thank you. Lock. So this is lock. Okay, so back to where I was. So, depending on how you live, I wish everyone lives long, especially if you're not aware of all the stuff we're ingesting as far as fast food and cooking oils and shit. I'm like drifting off. Live visibility restricted because your live does not comply. Eat my ass. Okay, so by the way, I don't like that. I'm just saying that. I don't know why women are into that now. Yeah, so it's okay. Yeah, so 70 years of paying taxes, 80 years, whatever. 80 years, property tax, house tax, school tax. You don't even have kids, you have to pay school tax. You know what I mean? All these weird taxes you're paying for. Meanwhile, the city is managing the money, right? They're, putting a lot of the money in their pockets, giving themselves raises, just like these corporations. So 80 years, 90 years of you paying taxes, and you still have to pay for your funeral? And I looked it up, and the government apparently gives you $2,000. What's the funny part about funerals? Because everything is a fucking business, by the way. It's all a business. Anywhere there's money. Why are caskets costing $8,000? I think the cheapest one I found was $8,000 for a casket. Okay. There's some caskets that go up to I don't know how much, but I'm saying it's just fucking wood, bro. It's wood with mahogany coloring. You can go to Rental Depot and make yourself a fucking casket for, I bet you $100 or $200 max. You're good. Why is it $8,000? They're digging in the fucking ground, and they're charging you for that. Who says this guy owns this land? First of all, it's jeez. Let alone you pay so much in taxes over here in Montreal, and the roads are shit. The roads in India are better than they're over here. People are like, oh, Pakistan, all this guys, it's a fucking shithole. Well, their roads are better. Huh. Jeez. Okay, hold on now. My notes. Get into my notice. Oh, plus the floodings. It's true. So speaking of the floodings, I'm thinking they're making this shit happen. And they had the insurance companies, I bet, are making hidden deals with the bankers and the people that run the show. I'm sure, bro. Because it's like, first of all, if you're near the flood zone, if you live by the water, you can't get insurance. Isn't that funny? Isn't the whole point of insurance just in case? Insurance companies, it's like, if they can't make any money off you, they're not interested. Especially if there seems to be you have more chances of having a flood or whatever, they're not gonna insure you because they can't make money off you. They're gonna lose. Just like in what was it in Texas recently? Was it last year? It was it was so cold, everyone's pipes started bursting because it's never been that cold in Texas. And I think it's been like over 100 years or something like that. Because over here we have minus 30, minus 40, sometimes even minus 50. You know, so the buildings, they're made, especially the pipes, they're like, I guess they're covered. They're more insulated. So this whole weather thing, plus it reminds me of the California fires, bro. And it's like that connects with what is that? In Maui too, Maui fires. Because the fires happened and Oprah's property didn't get touched. Now you're seeing all over China, people are painting their houses blue. Hey? And all the people that lost their houses, some guys coming around and just buying up all the land. There's so many weird coincidences, bro. They know that, like, when we talk about chemtrails and weather manipulation and stuff, in Saudi Arabia, these guys, when they want to ball out, they make it rain. Literally like rain, not with throwing money, but I'm saying they literally make it rain because it never rains there. But now they have the technology to make it rain. So if we all know that we have the technology to make it rain, don't you guys all agree that they could possibly have the technology to make tsunamis, you know, all these like natural disasters, but they know how to make it happen. And if they know how to make it happen, don't you think they're going to purposely do it in places where they want to either buy up the property or it's some sacred land, some shit like that, and they need to access that? You know, there's a lot of weird reasons why things happen, and certain ancient sites. Like, isn't that whole thing with Israel and Palestine too? It's like sacred land. Okay, let's go into my notes. Oh, hold on. Okay, so I have to really watch how I speak, right? Because certain things are like these algorithms, they like catch on and they'll like give it a flag or. But I'm saying, if anyone has grown up in an orphanage, you should listen to their story. And number two, if you have kids, I would say do your best. If you're doing really well and you have kids, you can afford to have more kids. Why not adopt, bro? It's like, you know, because you're saving those kids that are in the orphanages. Because if you guys really look into it, there's a lot of dark and things that I have to really watch what I say. But you know, the kids, like the kids get touched, and sometimes because of the touching, the kids pass away, and the ones that do survive do the same thing to other kids, or they end up on drugs and on the streets, as far as street workers. You know, guys know what I'm talking about. So yeah, if you're doing good and you already have kids, why not adopt? You know, especially if you and your wife can't have kids or whatever. Why not adopt, bro? There's so many kids that need to be saved. You're saving them from, you know, things that can happen to them that might make them want to kill themselves, because it's self-delete. I have to watch that when I say. I feel like especially if you believe in God, bro, it's your duty. It's your duty to help and make a change in the world, right? Like, I'll tell you this, okay? There was a time when I was younger, and me and my mom, we had bad problems, but it was all my fault. I was an idiot, and I was in a gang, and I was a stupid kid, and I didn't have guidance. I didn't have my father figure, you know. But I'm saying, like, not having my mother in my life. Like, imagine being in an orphanage and you're like, wow, my parents deserted me. You know, already that would kill you inside. You'd be so depressed. So I appreciate that I got to experience my mother's affection in my life. Because let's say my mother wasn't there and I didn't have anything and I would be in an orphanage, bro, I would be a whole different person. You would be a person that would hate everybody. You would hate, you know what I mean? Like you would want to fight everybody. Everyone has a story, I guess, and everyone's going through something. Everyone's going through their own trials and tribulations. Anyway, so yeah. And when you go to these churches and things, I'm like, if it's a place of God, why do you have to give money? But the church needs money. But the church doesn't pay taxes, bro. When I found out the church doesn't pay taxes and they're taking in money, come on, bro, it's another business. Plus, like all these charities, bro, most of the time it's a scam because once you understand that, you know, views is money. If a video gets 1 million views, I don't know the exact return rate on TikTok or YouTube, but all I know is I think on YouTube if you get 1 million views, it's like $5,000, something like that. It's not crazy, right? But once you understand that there's monetary value in views, especially when people see videos of like a cute dog, a cute cat, or a kid being rescued, you know, those videos get millions of views. And thus, some money comes in. So a lot of these people are faking this as far as he will use the same dog, make it look like he's rescuing a dog. He will use the same homeless guy, look like he's helping a homeless guy. But they're all in on it because it's all about money. So it's like everything is so, what is it, distorted? Like you don't even know what's real and what's not anymore. And that's by design, by the way. It's all by design. Like when the Rona happened, everyone was a C-19 Nazi. As far as they were pushing it on everyone, and they're like, "Oh, you should take it. You should take it. It's good for you. You should. It's safe. It's safe. You're protecting yourself and protecting everybody." I'm like, "Okay, you take it. I don't feel safe, or I don't trust it because there's not been any long-term research on it. How can you find a cure to the biggest thing that's killing everyone, right? Because that's what they said. The numbers were like, you know, the numbers were crazy numbers, right? They're like, oh, yo, every day, 20,000 people are dying. So it's just fear, you know? And they're like throwing it in your face everywhere, and everyone's scared. And they're pushing everyone, you know, to take that thing. I'm like, yo, if you want to take it, go ahead. Don't listen to me, but don't push it on me. If you're protected, why should I have to take it? That's the stupidest thing to me. If you took it, good for you. You're protected. I'm not protected. Why are you trying to push it on me? And the funniest thing was, before the whole thing happened, you just see viral videos of fucking nurse staff and like hospital staff dancing. I'm like, people are dying in the thousands, but I keep on seeing viral videos. People dancing, synchronized. They had to, you know, this was not the first take that they're getting all this shit down. They had to fucking orchestrate this and do it several times to get it on point. So they had a lot of free time. And there's people dying by the thousands, yet I keep on seeing people dancing. I'm like, this, it's like, you know what it is? It's like they believe in, because you know the karmic law, they believe in, if they're giving you the truth, like they're giving you the lie, but they're giving you the truth too, and if you don't see the truth, it's your own fault. That's how they look at it. It's like if I lie to someone and I'm telling everyone around him except him that I lied to him, right? It's crazy. Anyway, let's change subject because I don't want to get a violation. um, let's do this. Hmm. So I guess now since ChatGPT came out, a lot of people are losing their customer service jobs. And the AI of the bank, like when you call the bank, right? You want to talk to someone, you're gonna be like, "Hi, I'm the TD Canada Service, so and so. How can I help you?" And you're like, "Yo, can I speak to the representative? Please, choose the following questions." And you're like, "Yo, you can't really get access to that person. You have to fucking go through this guy, whatever his name is, Watson, and it's just like a loophole." And they're hoping, depending on what it is, if it's like Amazon return thing, that actually sometimes are on point. But a lot of times they're using this AI thing to like, you see YouTube ads, and if you pay attention, you look at the lips, the person, it sounds like it's the person, it sounds like they're saying it, but you realize it's not them, it's AI. It's like there was an ad I saw and it was Elon Musk talking, and I'm like, yo, like when you pay attention, it's not really him, it's his lips. And plus, remember, they can use your voice too. So if they really want to set someone up, it would be pretty easy. As long as they have video footage and they have a sample of the person's voice, they can make anything happen. Let alone Obama speak like he's saying certain things, or Trump say certain things. And then you hear about clones too. Okay, so another thing. This is not a conspiracy, but like when you watch these videos of women with their demands online, it's like ridiculously stupid, because it's like they're not even concerned about the guy's character. It's first of all looks, which I understand. You want to be attracted to the person, but I'm saying there's no such thing as personality. First, you will judge his pants, and if he has an Android phone, that's a red flag for them. It's kind of stupid. It's like, do you want a man, or do you just want someone that has an iPhone? Then just go on iPhone dating or some shit. It's stupid. Yeah, Maui fires after. Maui fires. You found several footage of a helicopter, but you know what? It could be something else, but that's what I saw. It was a helicopter, and it was like dropping like liquid lava or something, and it looked like the helicopter was starting the fire. This is the kind of shit they will do. If you live on certain land, if you live on sacred land or land that they want or whatever, the powers that be, they have every trick you could think of as far as natural disasters, because they have to make it look natural, right? They can't just throw a bomb at your house like what the Israelis are doing in Palestine. Pow. Which is a clear genocide, by the way. What they're doing it to the Palestinians is a genocide, bro. It's not like, you're saying, hey, we're taking the land, you guys have to leave. They're not letting them leave. They're trying to literally eliminate the race, as far as they're like, hey, why don't you go here? And then they bomb that place. And they're like, okay, you know what? We have a safe area. You can go here. And then they bomb that area. They're just literally trying to wipe them out. And the biggest thing is they're literally trying to wipe out the young ones, because the young ones are the future. Just like the young ones right now in school. All they're teaching your kids right now is to be a good slave, pay your taxes, and shut up, and don't ask where your taxes is going. That's the main point. They just want you to be a good slave, appreciate your job, blah, 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 have your wife, watch your hockey, this and that, and do the same thing next day. Don't ask where your tax money is going. Don't ask what the people are doing upstairs, Just do your thing, do your job, shut up, be a good slave. Don't look upstairs. Do as we. Their philosophy is do as we say, not as we do. Because they don't fucking pay taxes. Donald Trump doesn't pay taxes. Because I'm smart. You gotta pay their taxes out. Like all these people up top, they know all the loopholes in the system, so they don't have to pay taxes like you and I. You know, they have businesses, properties, tax write-offs, charities. That's how they dodge the system. Okay. Okay. So, like going back to women, because I want to get married, right? And at the same time, I don't want to do the passport bro thing because it's like when you're going to a foreign country, the woman just wants to leave her shithole and she wants to be in your shithole here and she doesn't want to pay anything, you know? So obviously you're giving her a golden ticket. You're like, hey, if you marry me, you won't have to ever work again. And a lot of women will say yes. So it's not really by the heart. They don't really care about you personally. And that's literally what it is now. Women look at men like, what does the man come with? Does he come with a Ferrari? Does he come with a Mercedes? You know, they just look at the options. If it came down to her having a guy that works at McDonald's, but he's the best man in the world, he's on his way up, you know, but he's at McDonald's right now. He's just starting off, but he's the best man that she could have. Or there's a guy with a Mercedes and he's a douchebag. But he has tons of money and he'll throw money on her. He'll take her out. Obviously, she's gonna choose the guy with the Mercedes. She's not gonna choose the guy that would treat her right and, you know, be a good man to her and be a good father to her children. No, she'd rather go with a douchebag and then have kids with this douchebag and then say men ain't shit. Can I get a hound water him? Because you know why? Nice guys are boring. Because you know why? The nice guy actually loves the woman. The douchebag doesn't give two shits about her. She's just another girl on his phone. Me, I don't have time to play this fucking game of cat and mouse with women. Why can't you just be straightforward? You know, we're not in high school anymore. I'm in my 40s. Oh, he's too desperate. He's texting me every 3 hours. He's desperate because you have to play the game, right? The game is, oh, you're a man that has plenty of women, so you have to text her every 2 days or something like that. Then it looks like you have something going on. Why is it when you're single, you're invisible? When you're taken, you're irresistible? And I'm talking for me because, you know, a lot of guys, they're not like me. As far as me, I'm a shy, reserved type. You know, like I'm in the back. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm quiet, whatever. Sometimes I'm like, depending on my mood, I guess. Sometimes I'm like the biggest social butterfly. But women, if they always stopped waiting for guys to approach them, and if she sees a guy that she finds attractive, why don't you go talk to the guy? We should stop this stupid tradition. Oh, if he doesn't have balls, he's not a man, and he's not gonna approach me, you know. And women will give you a subtle sign. It's so subtle, it's like you won't even notice it. You know what her sign is? She will look at you until you notice her looking at you, and then she'll look away. That's her sign. And now you have to be the man. Oh, I gotta go talk to her now. Hey, how's it going, Toots? Hey, Toots! The spirit liked it. What's up, Toots? Me, I'm good at a lot of things, but there's a couple of things I'm not good at. It's mathematics and seducing women. I've never been good at that, and it's like when I hear other people talk about like the moves they pull, I'm like, man, I would have never even thought of that, you know? But it's like when you break it down, flirting with women is like being in high school and just like just stupid shit to start a conversation. Like touching her leg and then acting like you didn't touch her leg and she's like, what? And then again you touch her leg. Like weird shit like that. I was like, what? So yeah, women, stop complaining. Uh, if you're saying men ain't shit, it's because the men you ended up with ain't shit, and most of the time the guys you liked is the guys that didn't love you. So it's like literally women want like a funny crazy guy, right? He's funny, but when she pisses him off, he will put her in her place. You know, like almost like a psycho. Almost like me. I'm not psycho, but I'm saying, like, I'm happy, funny, and shit. But when shit hits the fan and people try to like fuck with me, you don't want to see who's gonna come out. You know, I don't want to see that either. I'm just always in a good mood. I avoid situations. Like here's a good story. I had two friends that liked to fight, okay? One guy was on steroids, clearly. He was like 5'8" and like 200 pounds of like muscle and shit. This guy was going to the gym all the time, but he was clearly on steroids, okay? And he told us he was on steroids. And the other guy is like Street Fighter level 10, like he knows how to fight. So there was a soccer match, and I think France against Italy, and Italy won. So now I made the stupid mistake of getting in the car with these guys, and their whole intention of getting in the car was to look for Italians to fight just because it's a stupid soccer match. So now we're in the car and they're yelling, fuck Italy, fuck Italy, fuck Italy. Nothing happened. We get into a parking lot and now, they're still going saying fuck Italy. Next, some guy's like carrying groceries with this girl and they're like, fuck Italy. He just drops his groceries and they're like about to fight. And now everyone gets out of the car to go join the fight. And I'm like, yo, this is stupid. I stayed in the car. I'm like, this is stupid. Why am I gonna put my life in danger for some stupid soccer game, bro? What kind of stupid shit is that? It's like, this just show you how people are stupid and like upset with sports. If there's a hockey game against Montreal and Toronto, and if you're by chance walking downtown with the Toronto jersey, people will start a fight with you. Especially if, like, let's say Toronto won. Good example. Like, stupid shit, bro. So yeah, I'm not into sports. Like, a lot of this shit is rigged, by the way. Just like Conor McGregor fight with Floyd Mayweather. Everyone's like, yo, I can't wait to see this fight. People paid for the pay-per-view and all that shit. And I was like, yo, this fight is fucking rigged, bro. Come on, how much money was on the line? And how much money did Floyd Mayweather get? Hey? Excuse me. Plus the shit talk. You know how he sold that fight? It was all with the shit talk. Floyd Mayweather did so much shit talk in that fight. He insulted Conor McGregor did so much shit talk in that fight. He insulted Floyd in every way possible other than insult his mother. And he was sitting the whole time. I'm like, this thing is fucking rigged. It's the Brandon Circus, everybody. Why? Here, thank you, universe. Why is an NFL player getting $30 million contract and there's still fucking homeless people on the streets? Yet, the crazy thing is, a lot of these are veterans or whatever. And these are guys that served for their country, risked their life for their country, And when they get back injured or whatever, they get hooked on pharmaceutical drugs and they're on the fucking streets, bro. This is the big bro that cares about you and me that you guys listen to. Ali, why would they lie? I fucking hate that question. Like here we have free healthcare, right? Free healthcare. But like if you want to get treatment right away, you're gonna have to pay. I applied for a family doctor. I waited 5 years. No fucking joke. 5 years. I saw this beautiful woman once. She was gorgeous, beautiful blonde woman. I fell in love with her right away. Because she seemed genuine. She didn't seem like she was just like, oh, another fucking person I have to look at. She seemed like she genuinely cared. So that's why I liked her. But anyway, she left. She decided to leave. So when she left, and I called back the place to make another appointment to see her, they're like, oh, you have to apply for a family doctor again. So now I have to apply and wait another 5 years. Here's your fucking free healthcare. I went to see, there was a clinic or whatever. I think I had like an ear infection or some shit. And I asked her about my OCD. OCD is obsessive compulsive disorder. So it's like a thing where for a regular person, locking their door would take 2 seconds. For me, it takes longer than 2 seconds. You know, because I don't trust myself, so I check it like 10 times or whatever. Where's I going with this shit? Oh, can't we talk about that? Oh, I got a question for everyone. Do you guys believe we ever went to the moon? I don't. Still, because if you read the Bible, it talks about the firmament, and it talks about us being like the earth being sealed. It's like it's like a fish, like a fish bowl in a way. It's a flat disc with like a bowl around it, and the stars are like, is it the word luminaries? It's just lights. And the weird thing about stars is, because in the Bible it talks about the waters above and the waters below. So when you look into stars, not how NASA shows stars. Anyone with a P1000 camera, you can find plenty of footage of stars. Stars look like disco lights, all kinds of different disco lights. But if you pay attention, if you look, it looks like disco lights underwater. him, let alone the whole space conspiracy, bro. There's so many fucking red flags. Like when he planted the flag, there was a gust of wind suddenly, and the flag started waving. There's in Grand Theft Auto, I think in Vice City, you could see if you find the place, there's a place where they show you where they filmed the fucking moon landing in the game. It's right in your face, bro. And people are like, why would they lie about the shape of the earth? It's not about just about the shape of the earth. It connects with the theory of evolution and the Big Bang theory. Because they want you to think that your whole life is purposeless. Your life has no purpose. Just do your job, shut up, live your life, pay your taxes, die, and now have your sons now take over, and now they're gonna pay taxes. That's literally what they want. They don't care about you and me, about our families and stuff. Unless you're millionaires and you're friends with them, then they care about you because you guys are making money together, right? It's all about money, bro. And money is the rule of all evil. As far as when you're fueled by money, I feel like you're not. It's not that you're not a good person. This is why having a business, running a business. And now you have to make sure money's coming in. You know, I don't want to screw people to make money and cut corners in. You know what I mean? I don't want to do a half-ass job. If I do something, when the person leaves, I want to feel happy because I did the best I can on whatever person's car or whatever it is on that thing that I did. You know. You don't want to just be like, yeah, I just made money. Yeah. Like I did telemarketing, calling up random people to renew magazine subscriptions that they don't have, and you're calling purposely old people. And I made like a couple of sales, but I felt horrible. I'm like, yo, I don't want to call old people and screw them over, bro. What kind of job is this? I have a conscience or a guilty conscience, I guess. So I'd rather my boss works out the money with the people and I just do the work, you know? But yeah, I want to have a garage in the future, but it's, you know, money is But having a independent business, now is the time. Especially when the Rona happened, you saw everyone doing businesses from their house. You know, which would be smarter because when it's from your house, you could write it off on your taxes. If you're a massage therapist, which makes me laugh, because you know that entails there's two jobs. It's not just one job. If you're a massage therapist, you know. You could write your house, your rent, as far as on your taxes. You could write off your electricity, your phone bill, your internet. Everybody. And this is all out of my ass. I'm just thinking of this out of nowhere. It's coming from the ether because I believe in that. That there's such a thing called the ether, and there's like ideas are just flowing. You know what I mean? And like I'll get an idea, and some guy in fucking Africa might get the same idea. He might get it before me. I might get it before him. It's all flowing. And if you access that, and if if you're in the right energy, in the right frequency, in the right vibration, whatever, you can access that. And that's how we're all connected, everybody. Okay, let's go back to the notes. Because yeah, the SpaceX rockets, right? It went up and it came back down and it landed, and I'm like, yo, Dick, you don't think we have the technology to do that shit with CGI? And a lot of times they will release footage on other media sources like TikTok or whatever, just to see how people react, to see if people like, oh, this is fake, this is real. You know what I mean? They're always experimenting with how people think. Let alone they've been manipulating our perception of reality from the beginning, as far as Big Bang, dinosaurs, all this BS. They're telling you petroleum, fossil fuels comes from the decomposing corpses of dinosaurs. Like, come on, bro. Just to make you think that, oh, it's running out and the prices are always fluctuating, which is not, but they're just manipulating the market just to get a profit 100%. And another way how they do that is the radio stations will be like, hey, everybody, fill up today because the gas prices are going up tomorrow. Come on now. Come on. Huh? Everybody, the gas prices are going up tomorrow. You better fill up. How come every time someone invents a water that runs on air and water, he no, he dead or he disappeared. He no here no more. They had that technology in Nikola Tesla. In the 1800s, they had scooters, electric scooters, all that shit. They had that back in the day. They had an electric fucking or a rotating sidewalk, bro. They had rotating sidewalks in the 1800s. We're literally repeating. What's the saying goes? You like, fuck. Time repeats itself. History repeats itself. Whatever we're thinking, they're oh my god, wow, they had that shit back in the day. Let alone in Egyptian times, these people had fucking knowledge on how to levitate megalithic boulders and put them into place. And I'm sure giants were helping us because I'm like, people didn't do that with ropes and logs and 1,000 slaves and fucking bullshit, bro. I'm not saying listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying think of everything that we know with an open mind. A lot of it doesn't make sense. Nothing adds up, bro. Scientists can predict, are telling you the beginning of time. Can you fucking be any more full of shit? Which at the same time they're copying scripture from the Bible, because in the Bible it talks about there was darkness and there was light. Which the Big Bang Theory is there was nothing and all of a sudden there was a Big Bang and then universes and all these galaxies and galaxies and galaxies came out of this. Fucking bullshit. Because then it would make you think your life is meaningless because there's so many galaxies and shit. But if there's so many galaxies and all that and all this life everywhere that could be possible, how come there's only little stories of gray aliens? And a lot of this thing with gray aliens and abductions is connected with the fucking military and all these government scientists now are trying to do experiments on humans, and they're gonna make sure that your idea of what happened is a fucking UFO coming down and people putting probes in your ass and shit, compared to what it actually was, which was a fucking government psyop or whatever, doing an experiments on people. And it connects with X-Files. If you guys, X-Files was the best show, a series that I got into, because that showed me what is possible. So X-Files, and one I think in the last episodes, you see that the higher ups of the 3-letter agencies, hey, you guys know what I'm talking about. They made a deal with the aliens, as far as they gave their children to the aliens in exchange for technology. There's an episode in the X-Files that you see all these people in the 3-letter agencies. They have to give up one child. And Mulder, he lost his sister because his sister was one of the people that was given up in exchange for that deal. You know, so there's a lot of truth in the movies, the series, like that we watch, and the reason why everyone connects with it because there's truth surrounded with lies. Is the truth that lures you in and captures you because you're like, wow, if this is possible, that's crazy. And a lot of it is possible. If anything, they're using that technology right now. There's a thing called the God voice or whatever. They have a technology where they can implant thoughts into your head. So not only do you have demons in your fucking mind tormenting you when you're drunk and high or whatever, fucking with you, now you have Big Bro throwing in thoughts too. Kill yourself. Do this. You know? It's patented. You can look this up. There's a lot of the stuff I'm talking about is declassified information. By the way, everybody hook up the likes, follow, like, and share. Bro, your parents' basement looks nice. This is my house, by the way. This is my apartment, everybody. This is not my parents. I'm planning to buy a house with my mom, with God's blessing. Hey, and what's wrong with living with your mom, bro? I would be saving money, first of all. Hey, what's wrong with that? As long as my mom's not like right there, you know, I want her like close by. But yeah, this is an apartment. I pay rent, motherfucker. I got a job, and a good job, by the way. So everybody, follow, like, and share, subscribe to my YouTube. Okay, so I just remembered. Back in the day, the three-letter agencies were doing experiments on people. Because anyone heard the movie called Manchurian Candidate? Okay, it's a real thing. Manchurian Candidate is when they were looking to make a sleeper assassin. A sleeper assassin is, so let's say you're an assassin, right? And you get caught. Now they're going to torture you. And now if they're torturing you to the point where you're going to die, you're going to give up some information. So a sleeper assassin is, the assassin will be in his regular life. He will get a call. And the call will say a code word. It will be like, the eagle has landed, or Elvis is in the building, anything like that. And then next you know, you're in assassin mode. You're going to finish the mission. You're going to finish the mission. Once you finish the mission, you don't even remember what the hell you just did. So now if you ever get captured and they're torturing you, you have no idea what they're talking about because you don't remember what happened. That's literally what Manchurian Candidate is. And they were doing the experiments back in the day, the three-letter agencies in the 1960s and 50s, all over the world, including in Montreal. The hospital was called the Allen Memorial. And who are the best people to do experiments on? People that are in there for mental issues. So, and you can look this up. There was a court case. A lot of the people that were subjected to the experiments that they were doing, they took them to court later on. One of them was a woman that went in there for some, psychological issues. And what they used to do was what they used to do. I just heard a beep. What they used to do was, the basis of the programming was initially, or essentially, what all they're doing is giving you drugs. I'm not gonna say what, but it's a three-letter thing, and it's a psychedelic. And they would pump you full of that, and then they would have flashes, and then they would have recordings saying that, hey, your name is Joe, you work at so and so place, blah blah blah. They're imprinting in a personality. What they're trying to do is disassociate you from your body, I guess, and imprint a new personality. And this personality is going to be the person that they're going to be have the sleeper assassin. And they're just going to they're literally making up a person. They're telling you work at so and so, your mother's name is this. They're imprinting or programming in a new person to fulfill a mission. Let alone, you can find this on YouTube again. I think it's called the three-letter agency. It starts with a C and it ends with an A. Come on now. It's called the heart attack gun. So they had a heart attack gun in the 1950s and 60s. And there's a court case. You can look it up on YouTube. They're defending themselves in court talking about this heart attack gun. It's 1950s, bro. And this heart attack gun, apparently, this is what I've heard. It has this bullet, but the bullet is made of ice. So when it hits you, right, it will just melt, and whatever is inside it will go inside you, and then all you will see is like a little pink spot. But no one would even notice it if you're in the, what is it? Not the obituary, but when you're dead, God forbid, and they're gonna be like, hey, I don't know why he had a heart attack. And they wouldn't even look past that. It's like, oh, yeah, it's a little pimple, whatever the fuck. So a lot of time when these catastrophes happen, or these natural disasters, not natural, the train derailing where the oil spilled into the, perfectly placed into the water reserve where everyone's gonna be drinking water from this lake here. The oil went in there. And it happened more than once. What a coincidence. Because it's like they want to cut off all your sources, other sources of like you to be able to be self-sufficient, and just want you to be dependent on them. Certain places in the States, you're not allowed to grow your own fruits and vegetables, let alone collect fucking rainwater, bro, to reuse. Can you be any more sadistic and evil? Hey, I know it's your land, even though it is your land, you still have to pay property tax and land tax. And if you don't pay property tax and land tax for let's say 5 years or whatever, they can take that fucking house you paid for. So is it really your house in the end? I don't think so. What's the battery life? Okay, we're doing good. Everybody, hook up the likes, follow, like, and share. You fuckers, you people are watching. How could you be cheap with something that is free? That's what bothers me. The likes, you just have to tap the screen. You see, look, just like that. I'm going to hook up the likes for myself because you guys are too fucking cheap. Just watch me like weirdos and not hook up the likes. That's what you do. When you like something, or if it's a friend or whatever, you support them. I'm not asking for fucking money. I don't need it. God has blessed me. And he's going to bless me even more. Okay? Because I deserve it. It's going to help me in my future plans. Okay? I can't tell you everything. It's classified information. But wouldn't that make you, anyone listening, bro, wouldn't that make you fucking mad if you live to 80 or 90 years old? God bless you, you know, because they're trying to make sure you don't live that long. But I'm saying, if you live till 80 or 90, all that time you're paying taxes, property tax, this tax, that tax, all that shit. And then you die, you still have, someone has to pay for your funeral. Wouldn't that be like a stab in the back, bro? All this time you guys have been taking my fucking money and doing all kinds of dark investments and dark projects and shit, funding dark projects, because that's what they do, bro. When they need funding for projects that they want to invest in, they're not going to pay, you're going to pay. They're just going to label it something. I'm starting to realize that I know a little too much. But I'm crazy, Ali. Nobody... This is all satire. This is all comedy. I'm just shooting the shit. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Let us go in my notice. I'm gonna pile it. So yeah, Ohio still. Okay, Kanye and Jesus sweaters. So if I'm an entertainer and an artist, right, Kanye, and now I feel like I'm losing fans, and people are calling me a devil worshiper. I'm talking about Kanye, right? Now, the best way to grow your fans is to get into a market where you know there's a lot of people in a certain market, right? A certain category. So now tomorrow, if you say Jesus is king, and now you make a whole bunch of sweaters. Timing of TikTok is crazy. Oh, I missed it. You fucker. Got you. Okay, so yeah, back to Kanye. So now all of a sudden, he believes in Jesus. And now he's selling these sweaters. And when I looked up the price, it's $250 a sweater. Now, if you guys do your research and look up how much it would cost to make those sweaters, let's say max $70. And it's even, that's actually too much. You could break it down to like, if you buy in bulk, right, it would be a lot cheaper. So obviously it's Kanye. He's buying in bulk. He's not buying 100. He's buying thousands, right? And everything is connected to fucking slave labor. No one's looking for, good products, 100% cotton, da 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 da. It's all, everything connected to slave labor, which is connected to the private business. Hey? So he's selling you this sweater for $250 that says Jesus is king. And then in the name of Jesus, he's screwing you out of $250 because he's probably paying $1 each sweater, bro. Because remember, he's buying in thousands. He probably has the best deal, to get the cheapest price to get it done, the labor or whatever. And he's selling you these sweaters for $250 a pop in the name of Jesus. Can you get any more diabolical? That's the word, I think. Diabolical. If you're gonna sell sweaters saying Jesus is king and you believe in God, you would sell them at $5 each. And you would give them to the homeless for free. Because Jesus is king, right? You believe in God, no? It's all about in the name of being good. Because there's a market in there. There's so much money being a good person. When you're making viral videos of helping animals, rescuing animals, helping homeless people, blah, 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 there's money in there. It's not just about being a good person anymore. It's about money. Let alone, you see girls, all kinds of videos of girls with their ass out. Literally, there's nothing. There's no fucking lingerie or panties or nothing. Ass out, bare ass, free for everyone to see. Young kids, all kinds of people give their kids phones. They have access to Instagram. If they're 12, 15, whatever, they're seeing girls with their ass out. You don't think that's gonna fuck with your kid's mind to be like, oh, this is okay to be a whore? That's what they're doing. And they're normalizing it. They're normalizing sadistic, weird, fucked up shit. You're seeing people getting killed on Instagram, let alone bare ass girls with their pussy and ass out for everyone to see. Why would, if I want to date a girl, right, and I'm on a dating site, and she has all kinds of pictures of her ass, not only am I sending her messages, there's thousands guys sending her messages. My sister had she made a profile. I guess it was a good experiment to talk about, I guess. She made a dating profile on Plenty of Fish, okay? She didn't even have a picture of herself. It was a picture of a car. And she told me she was getting hundreds of messages. So if a girl that's beautiful has pictures of her ass and she's gorgeous and she has a nice ass, it's gonna be in the millions. So, if you get through to her and you end up dating her, the biggest thing I would tell her is to remove her dating site. If she's with me and she loves me, as a matter of respect, and I would take off my profiles on dating sites too, but mostly her, because women, for women to get some cucumber is so easy compared to a man getting a woman. He has to literally go out on the street and find a woman, unless if I had like a six pack and I worked out and had a nice body, it would be actually easy on dating sites. It's true. So yeah, Kanye West sweaters, bro. So this shirt, okay, I made this like what 5 years ago. So I have this imprint here, and I have the same imprint in the back. It cost me $70 to make this shirt. Now, if I want to make a profit, I would have to sell it at least like $20 more or $10 more. And let's say I have a lot of requests, then I would sell it a little bit less, and then you sell more. But Kanye West is selling sweaters for $250 a pop. I think he dropped the prices though, but he's selling sweaters for $250 a pop, and it says Jesus is king. The only thing that bothers me, it says Jesus is king. Why are you using Jesus to make a profit? That's what bothers me. Okay, another thing. Okay, tipping. Now, when you go to a bar, and obviously the bartender is usually a beautiful woman, and now you're gonna have to tip her on every fucking drink. I guess this is where the Jew in me comes in. Now, all you're doing, basically, essentially, a bartender is the same thing as a woman that works at Tim Hortons. She's going to a machine or something, pours a drink, and fucking gives it to you. And now, we're programmed to fucking tip this woman. Now, people would tip a woman that works at Tim Hortons or works as a bartender, but they won't tip their mechanic. And the mechanic is doing labor on your fucking car. He's doing tires on your car, he's doing an oil change, he's doing all this shit. He's checking all kinds of shit, and you guys don't give him one fucking penny, but you're gonna tip this beautiful woman or some girl that works at Tim Hortons to do something that takes 2 fucking seconds and no labor at all. All she's doing is grabbing a cup, bringing it to a machine, fucking pouring it in, and then giving it to you. She deserves a tip. But the guy that works in the garage that does tires on your car, regardless of how much he's making, some people are not making as much money as you think, first of all. So, it's all about appreciation. How come every time I get a tip, it's a guy that drives a piece of shit car that's worth maybe $3,000, he'll give me a $5 tip. But the guy that comes in with a new car, 2024 or Audi or BMW or a Hyundai, whatever, anything that is brand fucking new, this guy won't give me 1 penny. 1 penny. He'll ask me to check everything. He won't give me anything. Give me 1 penny. But the girl at Tim Hortons or the bartender, the beautiful bartender, because essentially all she's doing is selling her beauty. That's all her income is. Look at me, I'm pretty, tip me. I go to order food at this fucking restaurant for takeout. I'm not sitting there. Thank God I misspelled that. I'm not sitting there. I'm not eating. I'm getting food for takeout. She's like, how are you going to pay? I'm going to pay cash. She was mad I didn't tip her. Because that machine thing? It asks you, do you want to tip? And as soon as she saw that I didn't want to tip her, she got angry. And I'm like, this fucking bitch is so used to getting money just for being there that she's angry I don't want to tip her. Like, everything is so backwards, bro. The girl at Tim Hortons is just grabbing your cup. You want a coffee? Okay, boom, splash, and then a little bit of milk. Here you go, sir. Meanwhile, this guy's, you could be driving from Ontario. You come here, you do an oil change. It's hot. It's a hot day. This guy's like under the heat, doing an oil change for your car, doing everything. You know what? It all comes down to anyone that likes their job is going to do a good performance because they like what they do. Let alone if you have perspective as far as like, yo, I'm glad to be alive, let alone have a good job, no debts, have my mom and my life, my family and everything. I feel lucky, you know? So I don't take it personal, but I feel like people don't appreciate anymore. There's no more. Only people that are awake, that are just like, I talk to everyone. I'm not an asshole to nobody. I don't judge. But obviously, when it's a Mercedes or BMW coming, I know definitely these people are not gonna tip me, let alone even say hello. You're not even a person, bro. And whoever said Uno, I would love for your fucking apartment to look like this. This is my living room, by the way. I would love for you to try to even look like this. This is my inside of my mind, technically. My sister came here and she's like, "There's too much shit going on." Yeah, that's my mind. There's too much shit going on. It's order out of chaos. That's literally how everything works. People know what I'm talking about. Order out of chaos. Tipping, yeah, we talked about that. So yeah, okay. So let's say tomorrow. That's the key. So let's say tomorrow, if you look up any celebrity, right? Let's say Lil Wayne or Wiz Khalifa. He has like 20 million followers on YouTube. So now, let's say tomorrow, Wiz Khalifa or Lil Wayne says, "I believe in Jesus." You don't think there's gonna be a little process where some of them are gonna be like, "Nah," and then he's gonna gain people that are like, "Oh wow, I do believe in Jesus, and I love Lil Wayne even more." A lot of times these celebrities are not going to tell you they worship Satan or who they worship. They just want to make sure that the fans love them, and they're always going to promote God. But their God is not the same God that me and you talk about God or the Heavenly Father. You have to look out for they always give you little hand signs to tell you what they're talking about. It's very subtle, but you have to keep an eye open to see it. There's a lot of this stuff going on. There's a lot of this stuff going on. It's just showing you their gang affiliation technically. So yeah, going back to celebrity. So if Lil Wayne tomorrow he's promoting a certain product, it's not because he likes the product necessarily. It's because he's getting money from that company and they're sponsoring him to promote this product. A lot of times people don't read into what's really going on. Like a lot of these comedians, when the Rona happened, they couldn't perform, right? So they were doing these podcasts, just went through the roof. So when you look into these podcasts, they all have all these different sponsors that talk about. And a lot of times they're not even using the product. They just have to say it because they're getting paid, bro. Bro. This ad is sponsored by, let alone a lot of these celebrities. If I'm a celebrity, right, and I'm falling off, I'm not getting as much attention as I should, what they're gonna do is I'm gonna have to pay to start dating a certain celebrity, and then it's gonna get me more views, and everyone's gonna think it's organic, but it's all manufactured. As far as I know, this person's popping right now. I'm not popping, so I'm gonna start hanging out with this person, or I'm gonna have a relationship with this person. Hopefully, it's a girl. You know what I mean? Just to get me back in the spotlight. So when you look at a lot of these relationships like Jay-Z and Beyonce, it's all about money, bro. It's not about love. Oh, Georgia Guidestones. I guess I should end with this because the phone's about to die right here. The Georgia Guidestones, right? They got demolished recently. But the crazy thing was, it proved the flat Earth. You know why? There was a certain stone that had a hole where you could see a certain star, and every year that star was there. Now, if the Earth was at an axis and spinning and all this bullshit that they say, then everything would be haywire. But if you look at 24-hour footage of like a camera pointing straight up, the stars and everything aligns perfectly. So this Earth doesn't look like it's moving. It's everything else that's moving. The Earth is stationary and the center of the universe. And the stars are luminaries. And they want you to think it's aliens and from infinite galaxies and all this bullshit. But a lot of the stuff, if you look into it, there's been giants or whatever living in the inner Earth from ancient times, from back in the days, even till now. This all connects with Sasquatch and all this weird shit. And a lot of stuff, like it goes back to Predator, the movie Predator, where this guy, he's like the Predator himself. He was a camouflage, or like how do you call it? It's like you can't see him, but he's in there because we're all not. How do you say this? You know, like when you take psychedelics, our eyes are looking at a certain frequency, right? Or certain whatever. But when you take psychedelics, you start seeing shit, and you're like, yo, is that always like that? Or I'm just seeing it like that now? And when you come to realize, when you do all your research, bro, everything is vibrating, everything is moving. And when you take the psychedelics, you start seeing things that are actually there. It's just that you don't see it regularly because your eyes are not meant to see that. But when you take those psychedelics, like the last time I took some psychedelics, some shrooms, magic shrooms, I was in my bedroom and I saw green lasers. I'm on the first floor. I saw green lasers just following me, bro. Like everywhere I went, like it was like scanning me, and I'm like, yo, is this shit there just now, or it's always there? And I think that shit is always there, bro. You know, it's just that I don't see it. There's a lot of weird shit going on. Let alone skinwalkers. Bro, like a lot of the ancient myths, or a lot of them are true. Let alone Tartaria. You know? Anyway, everybody, I'm going to say thank you very much. I'll see you guys in the next one, next live show. Everybody check out my YouTube channel. Link is in the bio. It's my name. It's Ali Reza Shiaki. I got a whole bunch of videos. And sad to say, the only videos that get the most views is my mechanic videos. All my other videos, they get a lot of views, but the mechanic videos go viral, so it's crazy. So everybody, thank you very much. I'll see you guys in the next one. God is real, karma is a bitch, Earth is flat and stationary, and the center of the universe. Thank you very much. Peace. Peace in the Middle East, and free Palestine, everybody. Thank you very much.